So one of the first things Shaitan will tell you is, well, if I become religious, or if I submit to Allah Azza wa Jal, that I'm always going to be frowning. That I have to become really serious all of a sudden. Right? And this is, unfortunately, sometimes when we look at our brothers and sisters who are religious, right, who have beards, or for sisters who wear hijabs, unfortunately, that is the image sometimes that certain people give out. And this is why some of us, we look at the religious people, we say, if I were to become religious, I would walk around with a frown on my face all the time. Right? And this goes, subhanAllah, completely against the sunnah of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's a companion who said that I don't remember ever looking at the face of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and never see him smiling. That was the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, meaning he had a balance in his life. And one of my favorite stories is the story of the brother of Anas. His name was Abu Umair. He had a pet bird. He had a bird that he was known to play with. Now, it was known that the brother of Anas, and Anas we know was young because he served the Prophet since a young age. His brother was younger than him. Radiallahu ta'ala anhum. He had a pet bird, meaning people knew he was always with his bird. So the Prophet ﷺ goes to Abu Umair and says, Ya Abu Umair, ma fa'ala Nughair. Nughair was the name of his pet bird. This is because the Prophet ﷺ, part of his character was joking and laughing and being interested in what little kids had to say and what they had to do. Now I want you to imagine this situation. The pet bird is not important to anyone, right? Who cares about this pet bird the most? Abu Umair. Nobody else. Nobody else cares about this bird. But to Abu Umair, this bird is very, very important. And the Prophet ﷺ understands that to this child, this bird is important. So he asks him about his bird. He doesn't ask him about something which isn't important to Abu Umair. He asks him about something that is important to this little child. And this is how the Prophet ﷺ was. I'm going to mention stories of the Prophet ﷺ joking with his wives, joking with the companions. And even, subhanAllah, there's stories of the companions joking with the Prophet ﷺ. And you would think, subhanAllah, this is the messenger of Allah ﷺ. The one who has been given the responsibility of bringing the Risala, bringing Tawheed to all of mankind. He is the leader of the state. He is the leader of the armies. He is in charge of the Muslim Ummah. And yet a little child will go and joke with the Prophet ﷺ. It is the beautiful character of the Prophet ﷺ that made the children feel comfortable talking to him. It made the children feel like they can approach this person and joke with him and talk with him. And this, my brothers and sisters, is the proper application of religiosity. That is the proper application of being religious. Meaning, that is what we should be thinking. If we think, yeah, if I become religious, what is going to happen? My character should improve. Right? My character should turn into or aspire to be like the character of the Prophet ﷺ, where yes, he was serious at times. When the time needed to be serious, he was serious. But when the time needed to be, when it needed for him to be laughing and smiling, he was smiling with the children and with the people. And that is the true definition of the sunnah. That the sunnah is balanced. The sunnah is not in one extreme or the other. And this is a concept I talk about all throughout my class. Is that what we're searching for in life is this balance. To balance our dunya and our akhirah. And the best example of that balance is who? The Prophet ﷺ. Our example. Right? And this is why the Prophet ﷺ said, مَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. He said, the one who goes away from my sunnah is not from me. Right? Because his sunnah is a sunnah of balance. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.